When a legal professional checks a secure portal's audit log, they see a status that says accessed, an IP address, and a user account. That log confirms a digital session was completed. It cannot confirm that a specific named human being actually took possession of the file. If a limitation date is missed or a disclosure obligation is challenged, accessed is not enough. The other side will simply argue their client never saw the document. A portal account is just a shared credential. Passwords and links get forwarded, inherited, or intercepted. They are routing instructions, not real people. Law firms are staking massive liability and the outcome of contested matters on an IT metric that was never built to provide legal evidence of physical possession. Bridging this delivery gap requires binding the decryption of a file directly to real-time physical liveness. Instead of asking for a password, the system requires the recipient to present a government ID, reading the machine-readable zone at the exact moment they attempt to open the link. This interaction produces a permanent, cryptographically sealed receipt. Because the file itself might be deleted or expire, this mathematical receipt is designed to survive independently as hard evidence of the exchange. Because every transfer demands physical verification, anti-money laundering compliance shifts from a static, one-time onboarding check into a continuous, per-transaction reality. Proof of delivery must be a mathematical certainty generated by a human being, rather than a hopeful assumption logged by a server. This timeline maps the distinct states of file transfer. It begins with sent, the moment a file leaves the firm via email, portal, or courier. Next is delivered. The bytes successfully reach the opposing side's storage zone, mailbox, or server queue. Then we reach accessed. A link is opened or an account is signed into. Conventional legal tools excel at maintaining confidentiality across these first three transit states. But right after state 3, cryptographic certainty ends. This boundary is the identity gap. The final state is collected. The exact moment a verified biometric identity takes actual physical possession of the material. When a fee earner writes a file note confirming delivery, they assume state 4 occurred. The technology only ever produced state 3. Crossing this gap is the only mechanism that protects a firm when a counterparty inevitably claims they never received the documents. This is a ProntoDeliver collection receipt, the structured data block that sits permanently in the matter file. Looking at the file field, the system mathematically anchors the exact payload that was released. By recording the byte length and a SHA-256 digest, any future dispute over which version of a settlement draft or disclosure bundle was delivered is instantly settled by the hash. Moving to the person and document field, we see how identity authorization is established. The system rejects user-typed names. It relies exclusively on parsing the machine-readable zone of a government credential to extract the authoritative legal name. Next is the liveness check. This biometric verification is executed at the exact moment the file is requested, not days or weeks prior. A receipt relying on an identity verified 6 months ago at account creation is evidence about an account, not evidence of the collection itself. Returning to the receipt, we highlight the final component, the AWS KMS seal securing the attestation hash. While S3 lifecycle rules automatically destroy the ciphertext of the actual file upon expiry, this tamper-evident seal persists. This artifact provides the only definitive proof of exactly whose hands were on the keyboard when the file was opened. This split-screen flow diagram illustrates how this cryptographic gatekeeper also functions in reverse, handling inbound files from clients and third parties. Allowing clients to upload sensitive documents through open, anonymous web forms fractures the chain of custody. An intelligent intake link forces the sender to verify their identity before a single byte of the upload is accepted by the firm. This captures a verified name and permanently binds it to the file hash immediately upon arrival. This bidirectional process directly addresses the requirements of the money laundering regulations and independent client verification. Treating anti-money laundering checks as a siloed process, handled in a separate system on a separate day, creates massive operational drag. By anchoring routine file delivery to a biometric engine, the firm natively satisfies its customer due diligence obligations during the normal course of work. Every subsequent document exchange on that matter reuses the exact same identity anchor. This creates a continuous, dated AML audit trail, logged directly against the matter reference, requiring zero extra administrative work from the fee earner. Verifying identity at the point of file collection turns compliance from a frictional hurdle into an automated byproduct of daily operations. To rely on cryptographic evidence, compliance officers must understand its absolute technical limits. This system is not a qualified electronic registered delivery service under EIDAS Article 44. It does not replace statutory rules like CPR Part 6 or any national equivalent where a specific mode of service is prescribed by law. And while digital watermarking can deter distribution, no system can physically prevent onward sharing once a file is decrypted onto a recipient's device. Yet within these strict boundaries lies unparalleled evidentiary power regarding initial possession. This specific scope of evidence is exactly what a firm needs to decisively rebut the most common client complaint: "I never received it." Understanding exactly what a cryptographic tool cannot do is the prerequisite for trusting it to defend your firm. Trusting mere IP addresses and shared passwords for critical legal document exchanges is a massive structural flaw, just waiting to collapse. True security requires checking the face of the recipient, not the inbox. The result is a contemporaneous, tamper-evident record of possession. The absence of a verified receipt remains completely invisible right up until the exact moment it threatens the entire case file. When facing strict limitation dates or regulatory audits, mathematical certainty is the only defense that holds up.